understand the loss of Jalen Waddle hurts. I get it. Nick Saban talked about it. You cannot replace a young man, a talent of Jalen Waddle's caliber because of what he does, the stress, the frustration, the fear, the anxiety, if you will, that he places on defensive coordinators and defensive players. I understand that. I get that. I understand the magnitude of what he means to this team, what he means to this program, what he means in the community. Definitely our thoughts, my thoughts, prayers are with him and his family as he continues to recover from surgery and gets himself prepared to start the rehab, which takes place 6 to 8 weeks from now. But Alabama football is different, vastly different from other programs in college football. Other programs in college football, they lose a player that's of Waddle's caliber, they immediately go in the tank. Why? Because they are wrapped up, tied up, and tangled up in one player. They have all their eggs in the basket of one player, and then you get the, oh, woe, it's me, oh, poor, pitiful me, oh, I'm broke, busted, and disgusted because I don't have this particular player. Alabama, completely different. Alabama, not the same as other programs. And, on Thursday, I'm hearing from my home, David Pollack, for Georgia alum, and he is with ESPN's College Game Day. And David Pollack is talking about, oh, Alabama's done. Oh, the national championship dream is over. Oh, Alabama's not going to win the title because Jalen Waddle's out. He's their best receiver. He's their most explosive playmaker. He's their most exceptional player. There's no way in the world Alabama can win the national championship because Jalen Waddle's out. Excuse me? Did Najee Harris die? Did Slade Bolden die? Did John Mechie die? Did Devontae Smith die? Can someone tell me if these other players, did Mac Jones die? Can someone tell me if these other players on the team die? I get it. Losing Waddle hurts. Losing Waddle, terrible. But did any of these other players kick the bucket? Can someone put out an APB on these other guys and tell me whether they kicked the bucket or not? Because right behind David Pollack, here come other members of national media saying the exact same song and dance. It's over for Alabama. It's done for Alabama. Waddle's hurt, Waddle's hurt, Waddle's hurt. Let me tell you this right here, okay? You can go to the bank right now and cash a fresh deposit and tell them Stephen M. Smith sent you, by the way. You can go to the bank right now and cash a fresh deposit off this statement. All right? Nick Saban, better than anyone else in college football, recruits and signs absolutely nothing but studs at 4 positions in college football. Those 4 positions, running back, wide receiver, defensive back, and linebacker. Signs nothing but studs. If Nick Saban was to go to the casino right now, he would hit cherry, 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 cherry. He would hit 7, 11, 7, 11. It'd be bang, bang, bang money on all 4 of those positions. Saban recruits nothing but studs, I tell you, at running back, wide receiver, defensive back, and linebacker. Now, of course, here recently, he's hit on more of the quarterbacks. He tends to bring in really good talent at offense on the offensive line and defensive lines. Alabama finally has the kicker it's always wanted in Will Reichert, but more times than not, the 4 positions that Nick Saban recruits nothing but studs at, he stockpiles them better than T.I. stockpiles guns. We're talking running back, wide receiver, defensive back, and linebacker. And when I look at Alabama at receiver and trying to, find some guys to emerge here, I saw where so many people of national media were just disrespecting Slade Bolden. Whoa. Pop the brakes, Pimp Juice. You probably should not be disrespecting Slade Bolden right now. People forget, this was the Gatorade Player of the Year out of the state of Louisiana in 2017. People forget, this brother played every position in high school. Quarterback, running back, receiver, defensive back, played it all. People forget, this guy right here's got some serious wheels. He may not have Jalen Waddle type speed, but Slade Bolden's got some wheels on him. People forget this right here. And bringing up Slade Bolden to players, they are saying he is Julian Edelman mixed with Wes Welker mixed with Hunter Renfrow. That's a pretty good combination right there. And when you saw the young man against Tennessee, all he did was go out there and catch 6 passes for 94 yards. Even with Jalen Waddle not taking a single snap offensively, you saw an Alabama offense that still put up 48 points. You saw an Alabama offense that still totaled over 500 yards. You saw an Alabama offense that still converted 7 third downs on 12 attempts. So let's not make it seem like Slade Bolden is a slouch, because Slade Bolden is no slouch whatsoever. I mean, Slade Bolden is a real deal assassin out here. Yes, he may not have the Waddle speed, but the young man can flat out play the game of football here. But right behind Slade Bolden, right behind him, the name that people need to circle, highlight, put a star by, eat your cap and crunch to, the name everybody needs to kind of focus on right now is Javon Baker, the true freshman out of McEachern High School in Powder Springs, Georgia. Javon Baker, about 6'2", well, he's 6'2", a little over 200 pounds. He came in this 2020 class, and this dude is the dog of dogs. He is a dog in terms of competitor. Dog. I mean, Coach Saban talked about it here at Alabama. You know, the Crimson Tide recruits those players with that dog-like mentality that they want to battle with the best. They want to fight with the best. They want to compete against the best. They want football more than what they want their next puff of air. That's that dog mentality that Saban's talking about, and Javon Baker, just one of those guys. In his junior year at McEachern High School, we're looking at 1,105 yards, receiving 8 touchdowns. We're looking at a guy that was the MVP of the opening regionals in Atlanta. We're looking at a brother that pushed two Alabama receivers into the transfer portal. He pushed Terrell Shavers and Jadarius Towson both at the transfer portal at the same time, pushed them both in there because of the way he performed over the summer at the 7-on-7 and 11-on-11 type things. I mean, people knocked him for his speed, but according to our own Justin Smith, Javon Baker's speed is right there. Baker spent a lot of time this offseason with Dr. Matt Ray, Alabama's Director of Performance Science, and Dr. Ray very impressed with Baker. Coach Saban talked about it. This is a young man that's got big hands, big, exceptional hands, insane, stupid, crazy catch radius, very athletic, and we're looking at him to certainly be a guy to help us at wide receiver. Mac Jones has talked about the connection, the chemistry that he and Baker have built up, and Jordan Battle, sophomore safety Jordan Battle from South Florida, spoke to the media on Tuesday, and he said that Javon Baker may have the best hands on the team. May have the best hands on the team. And this is a team that's got Devontae Smith on there. And this is a team that's got Sean Mechie on there. By the way, it all goes back to 2017 when a player told me in August camp, that being Cam Sibbs, that Devontae Smith, Tay, had the best hands of a team, and that ended up being accurate. Now you fast forward the clock 4 to 5 years later, and here comes another player in the form of Jordan Battle saying, hey, this Javon Baker kid has got the best hands on the team probably. And he even went as far as to compare Baker to one Amari Cooper, of which I'm saying if Baker is anything close to what Coop was, college football is put on absolute alert. College football is going to go completely bonkers if Javon Baker is anything close to Coop, because Coop ended his career at Alabama, the all-time leader for catches, 228. The all-time leader for receiving yards, 3,463. The all-time leader for touchdowns, 31. Though Devontae Smith will catch him in terms of the touchdowns, but you've got Nick Saban, Mac Jones, and Jordan Battle very, very high on one Javon Baker. So ESPN is really thankful. They should be really fortunate that Hurricane Zeta came through on Wednesday to take away from the conversation, because I was so ready to talk about this on Wednesday. Other programs, it loses a receiver of Waddle's caliber. Those guys go in the tank. For Alabama, if I've said this once, I've said this 1,000 times. Saban recruits nothing but studs at running back, wide receiver, defensive back, and linebacker. People, I feel like we're about to see another stroke of Saban's recruiting genius. We are about to see another stroke of Saban's recruiting genius. Keep your eyes here on Slade, Bolden, and Javon Baker. Jalen Waddle, yes, losing him hurts, but Alabama's got the horses here to continue keeping this offense rolling. We take our first break here on the show. Don't touch that down. I'm just getting started. Don't touch that down. When we get back, we entertain your phone calls, your thoughts, your tweets, your chats, your text, and your super chats on a Friday right after this.
You're watching In My Own Words with Stephen M. Smith, brought to you by We Own the Fourth Quarter. Get your four-finger bling necklace today by visiting weownthefourthquarter.com. Throw them foes up. Every sports fan deserves the proper representation. Whitwell Sports introduces to you the Title Towel. Wave that Title Towel in the air like you just don't care in support of Nick Saban and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Only $9.99 and it lasts a lifetime. Head on over to whitwellsports.com and get your Title Towel today.
Remember the taste of Grandma's delicious sweets? Emily's Heirloom Pound Cakes brings back those precious memories with just one bite. Each cake made from scratch. They make the perfect dessert to share with family and friends for any occasion, and ordering is easy. Visit emily'sheirloompoundcakes.com. Click the online store and shop. Then pick up your fresh cake at the kitchen in downtown Homewood. Order yours online at emily'sheirloompoundcakes.com. Emily's Heirloom Pound Cakes, making memories from scratch.
Thank you for watching Touchdown Alabama Magazine's YouTube channel. To continue to get the best in Alabama football content, subscribe here and turn on your notifications to stay connected with the hottest shows covering your Crimson Tide.